Order. Please stand for our invocation and pledge of allegiance. And our invocation will be Mrs. Nia Smith from Mr. Turnley Smith and Mrs. Turnley Smith.
Thank you for this opportunity. If you will bow your heads with me. Lord, we just thank you for today. We thank you for this time that we get to gather. And I just come to you just praying a blessing over the city of Northport, the businesses, the schools, everyone who lives here, Lord. We just pray protection over them. We pray just time that we are meeting, that it is glorifying you and that it honors you through every word. And again, we just thank you for the people who make up this city. And I thank you for just my dad who gets to be in this role and every other person that you've placed here so specifically. And just pray a blessing and protection over them as they fulfill this role. But we love you and we thank you for today. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Tubbs, call roll, please.
Pro Tem Washington.
Here.
Counselor Smith.
Here.
Counselor Conger.
Here.
Counselor Higdon.
Here.
President Dykes.
Here. Presentations, we have two, and since I have to give them tonight, I'm going to go ahead and say that they are for, the first one is West Alabama Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and then the second one is District 3's Business of the Month, which is Gypsy River Apparel. It's okay, I've never done this before either, so don't be nervous. Okay, the proclamation tonight is from the Office of the Mayor that I am just filling in tonight for West Alabama Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Whereas West Alabama Fellowship of Christian Athletes works to inspire coaches and athletes through faith, character, and teamwork and leadership, and whereas their programs and outreach positively impact students, families, schools throughout our community. And whereas their volunteers and leaders help young people grow both on the field and off the field, encourage integrity, service, and strong values. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the City of Northport hereby recognizes and commends West Alabama Fellowship of Christian Athletes for their dedication to developing the next generation of leaders for their meaningful contributions to our community. In witness whereof, Mr. Phillips has set his hand and caused the seal of Northport to be affixed on the second day of March. Congratulations. Would you like to say something?
Thank you very much. It's a huge honor. We love our city, and it's an honor to serve here. So, thank you.
You don't want in it?
Ms. Conger, I never realized how many whereases there were in these things now. I know. Proclamation, Gypsy River Apparel, March 2026, District 3 Business of the Month. Whereas the City of Northport is proud to recognize and celebrate local businesses that contribute to the economy, economic vitality, character, and community spirit of our city. And whereas Gypsy River Apparel has distinguished itself as a value local retailer, offering unique apparel and merchandise while providing outstanding customer service and a welcoming shopping experience. And whereas through its commitment to quality products, community engagement, and the support of local initiatives, Gypsy River has made a positive impact on the Northport business community. And whereas small businesses like Gypsy River Apparel are the backbone of our local economy, creating jobs, supporting families, and enhancing the overall quality for the life of our citizens. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the City of Northport recognizes Gypsy River Apparel as March Business of the Month and encourage all citizens to support and celebrate this outstanding local business. In the witness whereof, Mayor Phillips has set his hand and caused the seal of the City of Northport to be affixed this second day of March 2026. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I just want to say I appreciate this very much. All of that, what you just said, is what we try to do, and it's just really nice to be recognized for that. Anything that we can ever do to be a part of any kind of initiatives or small business things, we are all for it.
Well, Ms. Conger is the one that recommended y'all, so she has spoken very highly of you. So I'm going to let you two stand there. Oh, I won't leave. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now that I'm out of breath, we will continue. Approval of the agenda. Is there anyone that would like to make a motion to approve the agenda for March 2nd council meeting as printed?
So moved. Second.
That is a motion by Counselor Higdon and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Tubbs, call roll.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. We have no visitors to address the council. We have no unfinished business. So our first item is 9A1, Ms. Ram.
Yes, ma'am. This is a first reading of an ordinance adopting amendments to the zoning ordinance. As you guys know, we do a quarterly review of the zoning ordinance, and we recommend changes to the planning commission, and then planning commission sends those up to you guys. These changes include adding definitions. We've clarified some use regulations that were ambiguous in the ordinance. We've added some screening requirements for commercial uses that abut residential uses, and added upper story dwellings as a conditional use in the recreation district. This does come as a positive recommendation from the Planning Commission, and we will have a public hearing on March the 23rd.
Okay, I will offer that up as a first reading. As a first reading. 9A2, Ms. Ram again.
Yes, this is the first reading of an ordinance annexing 1.27 acres of property. The property is located south of Old Union Chapel Road and west of Union Chapel Road. The property will be zoned RS1, which is single-family residential. It is in compliance with the comprehensive plan and does come with a positive recommendation from the Planning Commission. That public hearing will also be held on the 23rd of March.
Okay, is there anyone that'd like to offer that up for a first reading?
So moved.
That is offered up by Counselor Higdon. Ms. Ram, you're up again.
Yes, this is the first reading for an ordinance approving a conditional use. The property is located at 2403 10th Street. The conditional use would allow indoor recreation in a limited manufacturing or an M1 zoning district. Again, the property is located at 2403 10th Street. The business will operate as a rage room. The Planning Commission does give a positive recommendation. However, they do recommend the hours of operation be limited to 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Saturday, and 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Sundays. Those are included in the ordinance that is in your packet. That public hearing will also be on March the 23rd.
Okay, I will offer that up for a first reading. 9A4, Mr. McGee.
Yes, ma'am. This is for the 2026 general fund and water and sewer capital budgets. The total amounts for the general fund is $950,000, which is significantly less than the last couple of years. Water and sewer capital budget's $1,930,000. There's some rollover amounts, but we would ask that you approve this capital budget. I would also ask that you suspend the rules. It's typically a first and second reading, but I would ask that you suspend the rules and approve it tonight. We're seeing cost increases on computer hardware and the like going up very quickly due to some AI centers and whatnot that's pushing costs up. Because of the changeover in council, we're getting this passed a little bit later, so there are some time constraints on vehicles, equipment. There's some lead times on some of these things, and there are a number of projects we'd like to get moving, hopefully to get wrapped up this fiscal year. So I'm requesting you that do that for those reasons. If you would certainly consider that, we'd appreciate it.
So so we're clear, the suspension of the rules is primarily to save money on
Correct.
prices that have already been locked
Correct.
in that potentially we're gonna
We have some 30-day
lose.
or quotes on a number of computer hardware items that we would like to save probably around $10,000. Could be more than that.
Okay.
These prices
Ms.
are going up
Tubman,
very
sorry.
quickly these days. So.
Yes, I just wanted to point out that our next council meeting is later than 2 weeks because we did change our meetings
It's
for spring
3
break.
weeks.
So it's putting us into that position with some of these 30-day quotes may not be valid, and we are seeing significant increases. So we anticipate if we do have to wait until that 23rd that we need potentially about $10,000 more for additional computers and the computers that will be in the patrol cars that are recommended in the budget.
And we have some projects that need to
Yes.
be on the ground running, okay. Okay, are there any questions or comments for Mr. McGee? Okay, we've got to do this in, 2 sections. So the form of the motion is to suspend the rules to allow the immediate vote on this ordinance. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
That is a motion by Counselor Higdon and a second by Counselor Conger. Ms. Tubbs?
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, second part of this, the form of the motion is to adopt the ordinance adopting the fiscal year 2026 general fund and water sewer budget, capital budgets. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
That is a motion by Pro Tem Washington and a second by Counselor Conger. Call roll, please.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yes,
All right,
yes,
so
the,
that motion carries. So both of those motion carries. Thank you.
they do, and the lineup was just confusing me a little bit on that one. Okay, 9B, resolutions of a temporary nature. 9B1, Mr. Matthews.
Yes, this item would ratify the application for the Alabama Recycling Fund grant, which is a grant awarded through ADEM. There is no city match required if we were awarded this grant.
Sweet. The form of the motion is to adopt the resolution ratifying the application for the Alabama Recycling Grant through Alabama Department of Environmental Management. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, do I hear a motion?
So moved. Second.
That is a motion by Counselor Higdon and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Ms. Tubbs?
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know that we read the motion, President Dykes, prior to the vote, according to legal.
Didn't,
We need to read the
We
motion,
need the form of motion
form of the motion.
for.
did I
proper-
not say the form of the
No,
motion?
ma'am.
Okay, the form of the motion is to adopt the resolution ratifying the application for the Alabama Recycling Fund grant through the Alabama Department of Environmental Management. Do I hear a motion?
So moved. Second.
Okay, that is a motion by Counselor Higdon and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Ms. Tubbs, roll call.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's why I should not be writing notes on my paper while we're doing this. I should have done that during the work session. I apologize. 9B2, Mr. Matthews.
This would authorize 2 revised agreements with Alabama Power for lighting service at River Run Park. We previously authorized and executed these agreements, and based off of actual construction costs, the cost actually went down for the 2 agreements by $129.67 a month.
That's nice. Are there any questions or comments? Okay, the form of the motion is to adopt the resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute revised NEC and NESC lighting service agreements with Alabama Power for roadway and parking lot lighting for River Run Park. Do I hear a motion?
So moved. Second.
That is a motion by Counselor Higdon and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Ms. Tubbs?
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 9B3, Mr. Matthews again.
This is another grant application. This is for the 2026 AARP Community Challenge Grant. This would award up to $15,000, which we propose to use for picnic tables, benches, and trash cans at Kentuck Park. This would also have no city match if we were awarded.
Nice. The form of the motion is, are there any questions or comments? The form of the motion is to adopt the resolution authorizing the application for the 2026 AARP Community Challenge Grant. Do I hear a motion?
So moved. Second.
That is a motion by Counselor Higdon and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Ms. Tubbs, call roll, please.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 9 before, Mr. Matthews, you're up again.
Last one. This would authorize amendment number 5 to TTL's master service agreement at River Run Park. This amendment would include work for designing and construction phase services for the maintenance building, as well as surveying and engineering services for plating and subdividing the property. The cost of this amendment would be $32,700.
Are there any questions or comments? The form of the motion is to adopt the resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute amendment number 5 to the master service agreements with TTL Incorporated for the sports and recreational complex at Northport Shore in the amount of $32,700. Do I hear a motion?
So moved. Second.
That is a motion by Counselor Higdon and a motion by Counselor Higdon and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Ms. Tubbs, call roll, please.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes. No.
Yes.
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 Motion carries.
Yeah, motion carries, I'm sorry. 9B5, Ms. King.
Yes, this is a resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute a temporary use agreement with Warrior Baseball and Northport Fast Pitch. This is for use of River Run Park on Mondays, Tuesdays, and some fields on Wednesdays to allow some of our local youth sports leagues teams to be able to utilize our facility without cost.
I know this has been a challenge getting all of this done, trying to work around. I don't know if people have noticed, but River Run Park has been packed the last few weekends, and getting these teams in here playing. We have to balance the local with the tournament, so revenue and trying to let people use it for free. So this is a good thing. Are there any questions or comments? The form of the motion is to adopt the resolution authorizing city administrator to execute a temporary use agreement with Warrior Baseball Association and Northport Fast Pitch. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
That is a motion by Counselor Higdon and a second by Counselor Conger. Ms. Tubbs, call roll, please.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 9B6, Ms. Tubbs.
This is a resolution designating Counselor Conger as our voting delegate of the Alabama League of Municipalities and a backup as Counselor Washington, Pro Tem Washington.
Are there any questions or comments? Aside from the fact that y'all have to give a PowerPoint presentation when you get back. Just kidding.
It'll be amusing, that's for sure.
The form of the motion is to adopt the resolution designating Counselor Conger as the official voting delegate and Pro Tem Washington as the first alternate for the 2026 Alabama League of Municipalities Annual Convention. Do I hear a motion?
So moved. Second.
That is a motion by Counselor Higdon and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Ms. Tubbs, call roll, please.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Nine B7, Chief Burton.
Yes, ma'am. This is our annual maintenance contract for the backup batteries for the radio towers for the police department.
And we need those.
Absolutely.
Are there any questions or comments for Chief? The form of the motion is to adopt the resolution authorizing the city administrator to enter into the contract in the amount of $6,238 with Vertiv, is that correct? Vertiv Corporation for the battery services at the Martin Spur and Lake Lurleen Tower sites. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
That is a motion by Counselor Higdon and a second by Counselor Conger. Ms. Tubbs.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 9B8, Mr. Davis.
Yes, this is your, seems like almost every meeting to authorize water service outside the city limits. Staff recommends approval.
That's a good thing, though.
It is a good thing.
Are there any questions or comments? The form of this motion is to adopt the resolution authorizing water service outside the city limits to be provided to Mr. Lester Wilson at Tilly Branch Road, Lot 1, pursuant to the conditions in the resolution. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
That is a motion by Counselor Higdon and a second by Counselor Conger. Ms. Tubbs, roll call, please.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 9B9, Ms. Starnes.
Yes, ma'am. Public Works received bids for furnishing ground maintenance for Williamson Cemetery. This is a 3-year bid, and Rotello Consultants was the lowest bidder.
I meant to ask you, how often do they do this?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's a 3-year contract?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
From
go
March to
ahead.
September.
Okay. Are there any other questions or comments for Ms. Starnes? The form of the motion is to adopt the resolution awarding bid file number 26-01 to Rotello Consultants Incorporated for the furnishing of ground maintenance for Williamson Cemetery. Do I hear a motion?
So moved. Second.
That is a motion by Counselor Higdon and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Ms. Tubbs, roll call, please.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 9B10, Ms. Starnes.
Yes, ma'am. Public Works received bids for Buckhead Drainage Way cleanup. This is also a 3-year bid, and Hudson Lawn Care was the lowest bidder, meeting all the minimum bid specs.
And this one is 4 times a year?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments for Ms. Starnes? The form of the motion is to adopt the resolution awarding bid file number 26-02 to Hudson Lawn Care LLC for Buckhead Drainage Way cleanup. Do I hear a motion?
So moved. Second.
That is a motion by Counselor Higdon and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Ms. Tubbs, call roll, please.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 9B11, Ms. Starnes again.
Yes, ma'am. Public Works received bids for as-needed drainage pipe rehab. This is for emergency issues that arise not to exceed $150,000. This is 1-year bid.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments? The form of the motion is to adopt the resolution awarding bid file number 26-03 to Video Industrial Services for as-needed drainage pipe rehab. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Why does that not surprise me? That is a motion by Counselor Conger and a second by Counselor Higdon. Ms. Tubbs, roll call, please.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Ms. Starnes, you're up again.
Yes, ma'am. This, Public Works received bids for tree removal services. This is a 3-year bid with Ellison's Tree Service being the low bidder.
Are there any questions or comments? The form of the motion is to adopt the resolution awarding bid file number 26-04 to Ellison's Tree Service, LLC, for tree removal services. Do I hear a motion?
So moved. Second.
That is a motion by Counselor Higdon and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Ms. Tubbs, roll call, please.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Ms. Starnes, would you like to come up here and stand? You
I'm out of
next
breath
again.
now.
You're up next.
Yes, ma'am. This is a resolution rejecting all bids received for the Northport Community Center for janitorial custodial services. We did not put enough detailed information in the bids to be able to name a low bidder.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments? The form of the motion is to adopt the resolution rejecting all bids received on February 23rd, 2026 for bid file number 26-05 for the furnishing of custodial services for the Northport Community Center. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
That is a motion by Counselor Conger and a second by Counselor Higdon. Ms. Tubbs, roll call, please.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 9C is the consent agenda. It ranges from minutes to bill listings to PO requisitions. Are there any questions or comments? The form of the motion is to approve the consent agenda for March 2nd, 2026 council meeting as printed. Do I hear a motion?
So moved. Second.
That is a motion by Counselor Higdon and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Mr. Tubbs, call roll, please.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Public hearings. I would like to remind everyone that during public hearings, please share any ideas or a concern, but limit your comments to 3 minutes and direct all of your comments to the mayor and council as a body, as a whole, not as individuals. 10B1, Ms. King, you're up.
Yes, this is a public hearing on a resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute an ABC approval letter for Crimson Spirits LLC, which is doing business as Crimson Spirits, to be able to sell consumable hemp products. If you will remember, we did this last time for a different entity, and these are going to keep coming forward. The Alabama legislature passed a new law that requires this. Up until this point, they weren't required to register with ABC. ABC will only process the application if they have a letter from the city stating that it is okay for it to be located. But ABC is doing the bulk of the investigation into this, right? They do the background checks and all of that sort of thing. It's their big process. It's just one part of that process is that they have to come and get a letter from the city saying that it's okay at that location.
Okay, let me clarify something. The process is they need a letter from the city.
Yes.
It is ours that we're doing a little bit extra by having the public hearing, so that could potentially change in the future.
It can.
That it will just be a resolution, not be a public hearing.
Yes, there are no guidelines
Oh,
from the state
great.
as to what we are
Great.
supposed to be doing for this letter. So we have had to evaluate this sort of on our own, and right now we've been overly cautious, which is to do this as a public hearing. There's nothing in there that requires that, and with the volume of these I expect that we will be getting, it's likely we'll try to move it to just a standard resolution versus a public hearing, but that's something that we can evaluate as we are going forward. I do expect us to have a number of these. It's not, these places were all already operating, it's just a new license requirement.
Okay, good deal. Okay, I'll open the floor for a public hearing for agenda item 10B1. Is there anyone that would like to speak for or against? Hearing none, I'll close the floor for public hearing agenda item 10B1. Are there any questions or comments? The form of the motion is to adopt, authorizing the city administrator to execute ABC approval letter for the sale of consumable hemp products in accordance with state regulations to Crimson Spirits, LLC, DBA Crimson Spirits. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
That is a motion by Counselor Conger and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Ms. Tubbs, roll call, please.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 10C1, Ms. Ram.
Yes, ma'am. This is a second reading on an ordinance that will annex 1.9 acres. The property is located at 4023 68th Avenue. The zoning designation will be RS1, which is single-family residential. The request is in compliance with the comprehensive plan. It does come with a positive recommendation from the Planning Commission. It is ready for a public hearing and a vote of council.
Okay, I will open the floor for a public hearing for agenda item 10C1. Is there anyone that would like to speak for or against this item? Hearing none, I'll close the floor for a public hearing agenda item 10C1. Are there any questions or comments? The form of this motion is to adopt the ordinance annexing 1.90 acres located at 4023 68th Avenue with the original zoning designation of RS1. Do I hear a motion?
So moved. Second.
That is a motion by Counselor Higdon and a second by Counselor Conger. Roll call, please.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 10C2, Ms. Ram.
Yes, ma'am. This is a second reading on a demolition of an unsafe structure at 3905 Hunter Creek Road. This has been to council several times. Most recently, it was tabled on January 5th until tonight. The owner does continue to make some progress. We have given you guys some pictures tonight. Our recommendation is to extend again for 90 days, and so we're asking the council to table that matter until the June 1st council meeting.
Okay, I'll open the floor for a public hearing for agenda item 10C2. Is there anyone that would like to speak for or against this item? please state your name and address at the podium, please.
John Newman, 4005 Hunter Creek Road. And like last time, we've been making some good progress. We've got roofs, and I think in the next 45 days, of course, I'm sorry. Probably the next 45 days, we'll have a siding on, and it'll look a lot better. Like right now, we're changing windows out, and it looks bad, but the inside structure's now, kind of solid and stout. So we're going to be doing a lot more on the outside, getting it looking a lot better.
So the list of items, the kind of the checklist the city gave you regarding to safety, how far along?
I mean, without getting the inspector back out, and Jason was out there, but it's all done.
Okay.
We just got to make it look good now.
I did notice the new roof
It's
because I pass it
blinding.
every single day. So yes, it looks. It is very noticeable that y'all have been really working hard on it. So,
And I think cut it down to 45 days, kind of put a kick in the pants. So I think that, honestly.
Okay, so
You're welcome.
you're saying that you're finished. I'm looking for my list and I can't find it. You're saying that you have finished with the list that the city has given you?
I believe so.
Okay.
As far as the original list from why it got in the unsafe structure,
Right.
yes.
Miss Ram, do you know, okay, I found it on Exhibit A. Have these things been checked off yet? Has our inspector been out there?
I don't know that Tyler has been out there.
Okay.
Tyler didn't this week. I think Jason was.
Jason was there, okay. If you guys want, we can go ahead and send them whenever they're ready. They can call for an inspection.
Okay.
We can go out and inspect the deficiencies and then report back to you guys. You just tell me if you want to do that in a work session or if you want to do that as a formal agenda item.
Yeah, I think we can do that in a work session
Okay.
if you would. But yes, I would like that because I know that we've continued to give benchmarks, and if he's saying that he's finished, I want to know that he's finished with these items. Okay.
Okay, so I just need to get in touch
If
with
you'll get in touch with Tyler or Jason, they're both in the office this week.
Okay, we'll do
Okay.
that. Anything else?
So this is my question, and Mr. Davis, Ms. King, y'all may chime in. Is it possible to table this item until the 23rd, given homeowner is stating that he has completed all of the items on the list, rather than kicking this can down the road 91 days?
But he also said he needs about 45 more days and it would be completed.
Well, that was on the siding part, but the
I
main
figured just wait.
structure. Oh, sorry.
So,
What if you did it April 20th?
I mean, 91 days I think is a long time to kick this can down the road. But I mean, if you want to do April 20th, are you guys amenable to April 20th? I mean, he says he's finished, so I mean,
I'm finished with I'm finished with the structure part. Now the inside's still gutted.
Right.
Of course, the outside is what it is. But yeah, as far as the original list of what put it in demolition.
All right, so if
is
the
mine.
structure's still gutted, we wouldn't be able to issue a certificate of occupancy at this point. So you may want to continue with the 90
So
days.
technically, we're not really finished if the inside is still not. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Scratch everything I just said. We'll go back to the June 1st, given the 91 days. Is everyone on council amenable to that?
Yes.
Okay, good deal. You good? Okay.
Are
Is there
you
anyone
good?
else that would
Anybody
like to speak? Okay. Are there anyone else? No one else. Hearing none, I'll close the floor for a public hearing for agenda item 10C2. Does council have any questions or comments for staff? The form of the motion is to adopt demolition of an unsafe structure located.
We need to vote
To table it, my bad. The form of this motion is to table this item until June 1st to give the owner additional time to complete the necessary repairs to the structure located at 3905 Hunter Creek Road. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, that is a motion by Councilor Conger and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Ms. Tubbs, roll call.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Now we move to city administrator's business.
I have none tonight.
Have none tonight. Okay. I'm actually going, well,
Yes.
Go ahead.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and go. We have had, some comments, calls, emails, such, regarding University Beach. And 5 of the people sitting up here ran on a platform of retaining an outside law firm to review the contract between the developers of University Beach and the city of Northport. And that has been done. And we wanted to give the public notice that the contract was entered into by the prior council, but the first of this year, we did employ the services of Whit Colvin. He is from the Birmingham law firm of Bishops and Brooks. He did a complete and thorough review of this agreement. He has 30 years' experience in working with elected boards and municipalities and had no prior input or knowledge to this agreement. He was not involved in the forming of the agreement at all. He was someone that came recommended from someone outside the city also. He has and will continue to monitor the progress and make sure that the city is protected with University Beach, that they comply completely with the written agreement of the city of Northport. And he's just working actively to make sure that that contract is followed. So we have had questions rather than trying to do that individually. It was easier just to make a statement. This has been going on for a little while, but that's not something that you just throw out there because of, we didn't know who we were going to hire in the beginning. So that's just where we're at. Anybody has any questions, please, let us know. So I'm going to let Counselor Smith go.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that statement. Wasn't expecting that. Okay.
I was tired of the questions
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the prodding, and it's like, okay, we've got to say something. So that's why
Yep.
I decided to do it tonight.
Gotcha. Okay. I thought we had a very successful bunny trail on the weekend.
Minus the creepy buddy.
There will be more bunny outfits next year. In fact, this Friday night is Bunny Trail After Dark.
Uh-oh.
Huh? 5:30 p.m. And then also a reminder, daylight savings, spring forward.
Yeah, great.
That is not,
Can you,
we did not adopt that. That is not a city of Northport thing.
so we're not doing. the
We're not
ordinance
responsible
okay.
for losing an hour, is
Okay.
what I'm trying to say.
Can you elaborate on the Bunny After Dark?
I cannot.
So we don't have any details as to what Bunny After Dark means?
I'm saying this, show up 5:30 Friday night.
Ms. Conger, would you like to elaborate?
For those that are interested, you can look on the Junior League of Tuscaloosa's Facebook as well as the Northport Bunny Trail, and they will give you all of the details with regard to all of the activities on the Northport Bunny Trail. And that is all I'm saying.
I think she said there was 4 different events that were going to happen between now and April.
There are,
Okay.
and there's a pet
Yes.
eggs extravaganza, and I believe an egg hunt. Thank you. So everybody go to their Facebook. I know they really appreciate the support.
Good deal. That was a very successful opening. District 2, Pro Tem Washington.
I have none.
District 3, Councilor Conger.
Okay. First, I want to thank everyone that came out to the Small Business Forum last Monday. We had an overwhelming response. We were thrilled to have the input of those that came. Because it was so successful, we have decided to make it a quarterly event, and the next one will be June
22nd at 5:30.
And we will announce that on social media and everywhere else. But If you were unable to attend and want to take part in this, we welcome your input. We are actively looking into the things that were raised on Monday, and we are very happy to have the coordination with our local small businesses. Also, this past week, we were able to celebrate the Exchange Club's Officer of the Year for Northport Police Department. I hope all of you will help me in congratulating Officer Kyle Sanford, who was this year's recipient, and he absolutely deserves the accolades. So I hope you will join me in congratulating him. Also, the last thing I want to say is, it just dawned on me as we were going through everything. I just want to acknowledge the staff that works so hard on the grants we keep bringing up. That is a great service to our city, and they actively look for grants to apply for to help us be as fiscally responsible as possible. And I just want to say thank you to the staff who do everything necessary to get those. So thank you.
Savannah does an incredible job on managing our grant situation. District 5, Councilor Higdon.
I have nothing. Excuse me. I have nothing.
Okay. Number 13, executive session. The form of this motion is to adjourn the meeting into executive session to discuss potential litigation, and the session is expected to take no more than 30 minutes. The council will not take I'm tired tonight, y'all. The council will not take action after executive session is concluded. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Whoa. Mr. Davis.
Yes, I do certify that. And I think there also is an item as potential retail development as well.
Potential retail development.
Yes,
Okay.
So we have 2 items, but hopefully less than 30 minutes.
Less than 30 minutes. I was wondering why you're standing at the podium. Thank you. No questions. We'll start over. The form of the motion is to adjourn the meeting into executive session to discuss potential litigation. The session is expected to take 30 minutes. The council will not take action after this executive session is concluded at time of 6:12. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
That is a motion by Councilor Higdon and a second by Councilor Conger. Ms. Tubbs, call roll, please.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. We are now in executive session.